Hello, welcome back to Rabbits Forever. So today I want to make another video about bedding. The last video I did, it was on pine shavings, which is still a great bedding, but I actually found a bedding that, yes, is slightly more expensive. So if you have a big setup going, definitely don't use it. And if you have a big setup, you're probably not in my situation where you live in an apartment. But this is something that's just meant for a small setup, especially if you have your animal inside, if you have a pet or something that's inside, then it should work amazing for you. But if there are a few drawbacks to this bedding, just because yes, it is a bit more expensive and it can cause respiratory issues if you don't have a well ventilated area. These animals have a very well ventilated area. I also have an air purifier, which you can't really see, an air purifier here to help with the dust and stuff like that for me as well as them. The issue, so the last bedding I showed, as I said, was pine shavings, which I have a nice big bag of it right here. You guys have probably seen this exact same bag if you've ever gone to any feed store or country store or anything like that. And I'm actually quite allergic to that, so having it constantly being used and just out in the open. I have little hamsters over here that are in it, but it doesn't really bug me all that much because they don't. It's just not a lot. It's just these two little cages. And honestly, it's right up against my air purifier, so it doesn't bug me all that much with them. And then I have it kind of closed over here, so it's not that bad. But when it was in these guys' cages, because not only am I allergic to the rabbits themselves, but I'm also allergic to their hay, their feed, well, the dust from their feed, as well as the pine shavings. That was causing me a lot of issues, and if you're in the same situation, then this new bedding might help you out as well. Also, with the pine shavings, especially if you live inside and they're in your bedroom like they are mine, then you have to clean out the bedding constantly. So for me, I did it about every 2 to 3 days. Well, this new bedding, I only do about once a week so far, and that's with these guys in there as well. So that means it's one cage with about 3 to 5 rabbits in it because I have an adult back there, Moose, and then I have 2 babies right here, and then I have an adult and 3 babies in there. And they still get about a once a week changing. Well, this new litter, let me show you exactly what I've been using. I have been using this right here, an extremely cheap kitty litter. So if you want to see it, let me get a little handful of it here. This is what you can expect to see. And surprisingly, there's not a ton of dust from it, if you can see. There's a bit, yes, but not a lot, and most of that dust just settles down, so you don't have to worry about it coming up and bugging their respiratory systems, because that's one thing, especially if you use kitty litter, you have to watch out for, because these guys can get respiratory infections or just be really irritated like that very easily, and so can I. So that's why, because I have asthma as well, so this stuff, I made sure that it wasn't very dusty, because if it was, then yes, I wouldn't be able to use it. But this stuff honestly isn't that bad. I throw it into their trays, which, by the way, this tray is disgusting because one of the bunnies dumped a bunch of water in it. But yeah, see, it looks about like that, and there's a bunch of food dust right there. But I throw a bunch in there, which, to begin with, it's kind of an expensive start-off litter because it costs I buy mine from Winco Foods, and it costs about $4 a bag, which isn't that bad because it's a 20-pound bag. It isn't that bad because it's a $20 bag, or 20-pound bag. Wow, I cannot talk today. Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys can actually understand me. But one bag filled all 3 of my trays. So that's about a $4. I think it was a bag and a half filled all these trays, because I filled it completely all the way across, even though they only pee in one area. Because this litter also helps with the absorbency of smell, which really helps as well. As everybody who owns a rabbit knows, they smell really bad. Their pee smells really bad. Everything else about them doesn't, but their pee smells really incredibly bad. But yeah, so that just helps absorb the smell, and I honestly didn't even start smelling the pee. Like, I wasn't even getting little whiffs of the pee or anything until about a week in from the litter just sitting in there. And even then, if I just pushed a little bit of the stuff over, the kitty litter over on top of the already saturated kitty litter, I honestly didn't smell anything after that. But so far this has been working really well. Like I said, I only change it out about once a week. It's about $4 a bag. The one thing you have to worry about, like I said, keep your animals in a well-ventilated area. Not so windy perhaps, but ventilated, because the wind's going to also disturb that dust. And you don't want that dust getting up into their respiratory systems. Because, like I said, they're very prone to an infection. Another issue about this is if you have your rabbits sitting on their litter, like these little guys, let me open the cage door. These little guys are on wire. They're on wire right here. And so they don't have access to even coming close to getting onto the litter. Oh, and this little girl is such a sweetheart. Oh, sorry. She's adorable. So they don't have, like I said, they can't come in contact with the litter. Because bunnies, if you own them right now, or if you were looking to get into them, they like to chew on or bite at anything they can. That's why I have everything covered in wire. Because like I said, they're in my bedroom, so having them bite and nibble and chew on everything drives me crazy at 2 a.m. But yeah, so hopefully that helps. It certainly helped me. My allergies haven't been as bad, so if you're somebody with allergies and owns rabbits or is wanting to own rabbits, definitely look into this, because it's really saved me with allergies. And it smells good. I don't smell the urine every other day. I only have to change the litter out about once a week, like I said, instead of every other day. And it hasn't been bugging my rabbits. They haven't been sneezing. They haven't been doing anything like that. So it's been overall a good change. Like I said, it's a little bit more expensive, but overall, in my opinion, it's worth it. So hopefully that helps everybody. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.